Good morning, student. Class 7, subject computer, lesson number 7, Introduction to MS Excel 2010. Introduction to Microsoft Excel 2010. The ribbon. The ribbon is designed to help you quickly find the commands that you need to complete a task. Commands are organized in logical groups, which are located together under tabs. Each tab related to a type of activity, such as formatting or laying out page. To reduce clutter, some tabs are shown only when needed. For example, the Picture Tools tab is shown only when a picture is selected. File menu. Here you will find the basic commands such as open, save, print, etc. Quick access toolbar, the place to keep the items that you want to only need to access quickly but want to be immediately available regardless of which of ribbons tab you are working on. If you put so many items on the quick access toolbar that is become too big to fit on the title bar, you can move to onto its own line. Formula bar, a place where you can enter or view formula or text. Expand formula bar button. These buttons allow you to expand the formula bar. This is helpful when you have either a long formula or large piece of text in a cell. Working sheet navigation tab. By default, every workbook has 3 sheets. You are able to navigate the sheets by clicking on the Sheet tab. Insert working sheet button. Click the Insert New Worksheet button to insert a new worksheet in your workbook. Normal view. This is the normal view for working on a spreadsheet in Excel. Page layout view. View the documents as it will appear on the printed page. Page break preview. View a preview of where page will break when the document is printed. Zoom level. Allow you to quickly zoom in or zoom out of the worksheet. Horizontal and vertical scroller allows you to scroll vertical horizontally in the worksheet. Highlighting and selecting area. Using the mouse. First, to select a column, click on the column letter. Second, to select a row, click on the row numbers. Third, to select the interior worksheet, click above row 1 and to the left of column A, or hit Ctrl A on the keyboard. Entering text. Any items that are not be used in calculation are considered in Excel Terminator knowledge tables. This is include numerical information such as phone numbers and zip codes. Label usually includes that title, column and row heading. First, click in a cell. Second, type text. Third, press enter. Note, by default, pressing the enter key will move you to the cell below the activity cell. The label actually lives in the cell you type it into. If you type long text, it might appear to be in multiple columns. It is important to understand this concept when trying to apply formatting to a cell. Using the formula bar will confirm where the label actually lives. Autofill frequently. It is necessary to enter list of information. For example, column heading are often the month of the years or the days of the week. To simplify, entering repeatedly or sequentially list of the information, Excel has a tool called autofill. This tool allows pre-programmed list as well as custom list to be easily added spreadsheets. Some example of the automatically autofill list are months, days, etc. Entering value, numerical pieces of the information of that will be used for calculation are called value. They are entered the sum of way as labels. It is an important note to type value with characters such as or dollar, comma. To enter value, first navigate to a cell, second type a value, third press enter. Creating formulas. Formulas perform calculations or other action on the data is your worksheet. A formula start with an equal sign is equal to. It is possible to create formulas in Excel using the actual values such as 4000 into 4. But it is more beneficial to refer to the cell address in the formula. For example, D1 into 4. One of the benefits of using a spreadsheet programs is the ability to create a formula in one cell and copy it to other cell. Most spreadsheet formulas use a concept called relative referencing. This is the explanation of the referencing from the Excel help file. A relative cell reference is a formula such as A1 is based on the relative position of the cell that contains the formula and the cell the reference referred to. If the position of the cell that contains the formula changes, the reference is changed. If you copy the formula across rows or down columns, the reference automatically adjusts by default. New formula use relative reference. For example, if you copy a relative reference in cell B2 to cell B3, it's automatically adjust. It is also important to know the operation Excel using for formula. To create formula, first click inner cell, press the is equal to key, third type formula, fourth press enter. Copying formulas. Like many things in Excel, there is more than one way to copy formulas. Feel free to choose what works best for you. To copy formulas using autofill, first click in the cell that contain the formula. Second, position the mouse on the autofill handle. A thin black cross will appear. Third, click and drag to copy the formula. To copy formula using copy and paste, first click in the cell that contain of the formula. Second, select copy on the home ribbon in the editing group. Third, highlighted the cell where you would like to paste the formula. Fourth, select paste on the home ribbon in the editing group. Auto sum function. The most common formula is Excel is sum or the addition of the multiple value. In the example, we could create a formula that read is equal to C6 plus D6 plus E6 plus G6 plus H6. That's a lot of typing. Instead, we can use the sum function and specify a range of cell. Functions are more complex formulas that are invoked by the typing their names in this example. We will use the sum function. Excel has over 200 functions that can be used. Because sum is the most common function, it is the only one with its own toolbar button. When working with function, the cell used in the formula are referred to as the range. A range is a group of cells that are specified by naming the first cell in the group and the last cell. For example, A1, D1 is a range that includes cell A1, B1, C1 and D1. To create the total columns value using AutoSum, first click in the cell where you would like the total to be located. Second, press the AutoSum button on the home ribbon. The AutoSum functions automatically looks for cells that have value in them. It will read value till it finds the first blank cell. AutoSum will always look for value in the cell above it first, then to the left. This means that you need to be aware of what cell will be in the formula. AutoSum will select the range of the cell to using in the formula by highlighting the range. Third, press enter. Saving a worksheet. When working in Excel, it is necessary to save your file. It is also very important that while working, your file is saved frequently. When you naming a file, you are restricted to 255 characters. Avoid most punctuation space are acceptable. To save the file, first click on the file tab. Second, click save. Third, type our file name. Fourth, click save. Editing cells. Excel provides a major achievements over earlier spreadsheet provides in its ability to edit cell easily. There are various methods for the cell editing. Includes double click in the cell using the F2 key and typing in the formula bar. To edit a cell in the worksheet, first position yourself in the cell you would like to edit. Second, press the F2 key on the keyboard on double click in the cell. Third, use backspace or delete key to edit the cell. 4. Press enter when you have finished editing the cell. 5th, click in the cell you would like to edit. 6. Click the formula bar and make any necessary change. 7th, press enter when you have finished editing the cell. Undo. Excel and other Windows applications have a convenient method of the correcting mistakes known as undo. In many applications including Excel, you can undo an almost limitless numbers of the commands. The undo button has a small down pointing arrow next to it. When pressed, it will display a list of actions that can be undone. Redo works is the same way, allowing you to repeat actions. Excel will undo action is reverse chronology order, meaning that the most recent commands is reversed first, then the one of prior to that, and so on. You cannot reverse an earlier using undo without first undo undoing the action that were performed after it. Note: the list of the commands to undo or reset after the files is saved. Use undo to fix an error after the files is saved. Clearing cells. As we being to look at formatting, it is important to be understand what make up the contents of the cell. There are three types of items that can be in a cell: contents, formats, comments. These allows items to be formatted properly even if you value change. However, when trying to delete or clean a cell, it can be bit tricky. Excel store format and contents separately. Simply deleting the contents does not delete the format. To clean a cell format, first click in the cell that contains formatting. Second, click the drop down arrow next to the clean button on the home tab in the editing group. Third, click clear formats. Formatting value. Applying formats to any cells can be done either using the font alignment and the numbers groups or using the dialog box which includes all the formatting option. To apply the currency format, first highlight the cells. Second, click on the currency style button on the home tab in the number group. Third, if you necessary, click on the increase or decrease decimal button on the number group. To apply the comma format, first highlight cells. Second, click on the comma style button, comma on the number group. To format the title labels, first highlight the cells. Second, select a font group. Third, select a point size from the font group. Using the dialog box, first highlight the cells. Second, click on the arrow in the corner of one of the formatting group. Font alignment numbers to format cell dialog box and clock on one of the tabs. Creating a basics chart. First, highlight the data to be charted. Second, click on the insert tab. Third, click on a chart type in the charts group. Fourth, click on a chart style. To move your chart, click and drag the chart to a new location on the worksheet. When the chart is selected, you will notice a new tab, Chart Tools, on the ribbon. If you do not see the chart tools, click on the chart to select it. Under Chart Tools, you will find three tabs: Design, Layout, Format. Excel functions. As we have previously seen, the power of Excel lies in its ability to perform calculation. The real strength of this is shown in functions. Functions are more complex formulas that are executed by using the name of the function and stating whatever parameters the function requires. Printing worksheet. To print, preview and the modify page setup, first click on the file tab. Second, click on print. The spreadsheet shows as it will be printed. You can proceed to print the document from here, or you can change things to make printed output look different. Page setup. You can change option under setting, or you can click on page setup. Clicking on page setup will open a dialog box with four tabs: page, margin, header and footer, sheet. Okay, my dear. Now I read the lesson from the course book. Lesson number 7, Introduction to MS Excel 2010. Page number 86. Microsoft Excel is a software program provided by the Microsoft Office. It is used to create and format. They are commonly used to perform different kinds of calculation. Spreadsheets are also used in various fields such as school, business, organization, etc. MS Excel 2010 allows you to create the spreadsheet on a computer. You can also add graphic images, charts, and many others useful feature in it. How to start MS Excel? To start MS Excel 2010, follow the given step. First, click Start button. Second, click All Programs. Microsoft Office. Fourth, click Microsoft Office Excel 2010. The MS Excel Windows screen appear on your monitor. Title bar. The title bar is present at the top of the window. It displays the current file name. Title bar contains three buttons: minimize, maximize, restore, and the close button. Quick access toolbar. This is present at the top left corner of the title bar. You can perform some tasks with just one click. Ribbon. The ribbon contains tabs and groups arranged in a manner. Each tab contains different commands. Formula bar. The formula bar is present just below the ribbon. It contains two boxes, name box and formula box. Worksheet. A worksheet is a blank page in a workbook. It consists of rows and columns where you can enter your data. You may change the name of the worksheet by right click on the sheet name and they are numbered automatically from sheet 1 to 255. Workbook. An MS Excel document is called a workbook. The default names of the workbook are book 1, book 2 and so on. Workbook is a collection of one or more worksheet. You should store related worksheet in the same workbook to keep them together. Sheet tab. This tab is present at the bottom of the screen. The worksheets are named as sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 and so on. The sheet currently is in use is called the active sheet. The name of this sheet is shown in bold letter. You can insert a new worksheet in your Excel document to give a meaningful name to a worksheet. Double click its tab and type a new name. Status bar. This bar displays the current status of cell and the zoom option. Rows and columns in a document. Each worksheet contains 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns. The rows and numbered from 1 to 10 lakh 48,576 and columns are numbered from A to Z. Then they are labeled as AA, AZ, BA, BZ till XFD. The area formed by the instructions of a row and a column is known as a cell. The cell is the smaller unit of a worksheet which is used to store data. Each cell has its own address for reference. A particular cell created by the instruction of a column and a row is referred to as the column letter followed by the row number which created it. For example, cell A2 is the cell where column A intersect row 2. Active cell. The cell with a dark boundary around it is called an active cell. It shows that this cell is current use. Range of the cells. When you select or highlighted a block of cells, Then the area formed by the block of cell is known as range of cell. It generally looks like a square or a rectangular. It is a block of the neighboring cellings that are adjacent to each other. Range allows you to work with a number of cells at one. You may also name range so that you may identify and move them easily. You can also use range in formula. The name box left of the formula bar displays the name of the currently selected range. How to open a new workbook? To open a new workbook, follow the given step. First, click File tab. A list of options appear. Second, click New option. Third, now under Available Templates, a click Blank Worksheet. A click Create button. What type of data can be put into a cell? You may add numbers or text into a Excel worksheet. MS Excel is mainly used for manipulation of the numeric data. Numbers. A decimal point in used as a separate for decimal number. B. A comma is used as a separate for numerical value in thousand, 1000, 100,000, etc. C. Numbers can start with a dollar sign or with some other currency symbols. D. Number are interpreted as a date only if it is entered in a American date format, such as month, date, years, and not in the Indian format. Example: date, month, years. Formulas. Formulas is a mathematical expressions to perform calculation on data in cells. For example, to add data in the cells A1, B2 and C3 and displays the result is cell D4. The formula will be is equal to A1 plus B2 plus C3 in cells D4. You will write this formula as A1 plus B2 plus C3 in order to distinguish between text and formula. Text includes a combination of letter, numbers and special character. Excel considers any data that is does not recognize as a number, data, date, time or formula as text. A cell can contain up to 32,767 characters. You may change the wide a column if it is less than that of input text is the display will extend into the neighboring cells. To widen the column, move the cursor to the column hiding. You will see a plus sign with a single double hidden arrow and the column will be highlighted. Drag this sign to the right until you get the new wide. The same method can be applied to make a column narrows. Mathematical operators. Mathematical operators used in MS Excel are summarized in the following table. In MS Excel 2010, the formulas are calculated in left or right order. You may also use more than one mathematical operator in your calculation. How to enter data into a cell? First, locate the cell in which you want to enter data. Now double click the cell to type the data into the cell. Second, another way to enter data into a cell is selecting the cell and type data in the formula bar. You may also modify that already present in the cell. How to correct mistakes? If you type some wrong data into a cell, there are many ways in which you can correct your mistake. First, you can delete the content of a cell by selecting it pressing the delete key. Second, you can also delete by typing over that it's already there. Third, you may double click the cell and erase the character using the backspace or delete key. The two small buttons on the left of the formula bar become active as soon as you start typing into a cell. First, the button is known as cancel button and it is used to cancel the data entry without pressing the delete key. Second, the button is press is equivalent to pressing enter button. How to move around the Excel sheet? MS Excel provides various ways to navigate the Excel worksheet. You can the arrow key using left, right, up and down according to the direction. You can also click in the cell to make it active. How to save a workbook? To save a workbook, follow the given step. First, click the file tab. Second, click save. The save as dialog box appear on the screen. Third, type the name of the file in the file name box. Fourth, click save button. How to close a workbook? After saving your work, you may need to close the workbook. To close a workbook, follow the given step. First, click File tab. Second, click Close option. The window will display a message on the screen as shown below. Third, if you want to save it, click on Save. Otherwise, don't save to close the workbook. How to open a saved workbook? To open an existing workbook, follow the given step. First, click File tab. Second, click Open. The Open dialog box opens. Third, select the file you want to open. The file name appear in the file name box. Fourth, click Open button. The file gets open on the screen. How to exit MS Excel? To exit MS Excel, follow the given step. First, click File tab. Second, click Exit button. Okay, my dear student, I think you understand what is the means of this lesson. Okay, if you any confusion, any doubt, you message me in my personal WhatsApp. Okay, see you. Bye. Allah Hafiz.